Well, welcome to the YC Sizzle. I'm Megan Heidelberg, host of Your Carolina. You know, each week we kind of take some of our favorite segments that maybe you missed or maybe you just want to watch again, and we put them together for you in a fun little sizzle reel. So sit back, relax, and take a look at some of our favorite segments of the week that you saw on Your Carolina. Here's the sizzle. Miss Marley from Metabolic Greenville, girl, you've already coached an early 5:45 class.
Sure did, 5:45, 6:45.
I love it. Love those early classes. So there's really no excuse why not to go get a work at it. Okay, let's talk about metabolics. Because you hear the first part and you're like, mad. Okay, should I be worried that y'all are mad? I'm going to make it a little bit crazy. And I've done your classes before, so yeah, get ready for a good workout.
Well, we're going to make you mad for the training style that we do.
Love that. Yes.
There, but the MAD and the MAD in metabolic actually stands for something.
Okay.
So we have 3 different class styles. There's different ways you can work on building your strength. So we're a strength training gym. We have days we build in pace and intensity. It's high energy, right? Really fun. We have days that we go our 100%. So we don't always want to go our 100%. That's how you get worn out and injuries. Yes. But we do have days we push that effort, and we have days we slow it down. We call it durability day. It's a slower grind type movement, really working on that slow strength.
I love that. Who's like the perfect, client for you? Because sometimes, like you say, not every gym is made for every person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. A big thing for us is getting to know anyone who walks in our doors. What are your goals? What are you looking to achieve? What have you done before? Do you have any injuries? Things like that. Because if we don't know anything about you, how can we help you reach your goals? So for us, it's anyone who's like, I want to get stronger. Yeah. I'm not doing anything right now, or I used to be an athlete. I used to be really in shape, or maybe you've never done exercise before, but you know it's super important, especially as we age. So we love to welcome anyone in our doors who's ready to get stronger, who's ready to do something about that. And we'll meet you where you're at, get you stronger.
And don't be, I know like the first time you go someplace new, you're like, I'm not gonna know where anything is. I'm gonna look like a fool. No, you won't. They walk you through everything. Everybody else in the class too will be like, hey, go that way, go do that. Like, you know what I mean? It's a team effort. There's no need to feel like, intimidated about going. And I like what you do as I lay my iPad down, because you do like some different things. So many people think, okay, I'm gonna lift weight. Let me do my bicep curls and just do this. Yes, that's great. There's places for that too. Correct. But you like to do things where you really isolate one side.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are really big on functional fitness or fitness for life. So if we're going to the gym, are we just doing it to look better in a bathing suit?
Sometimes.
Nothing wrong with that. But also we know we're all going to age. We all encounter aging. So how can we use our training to help you age well, age athletically?
Because I'm not trying to like pull my back out, put in the laundry, and that happens so much.
Yeah, trying to lift something on a shelf, playing with your grandkids, throwing them around the pool. So we implement a lot of training that's going to translate into real life, especially as maybe you're trying to play a kickball league, or you're trying to get on the floor and play with your grandkids, things like that. So we train a lot of one-sided movements. So a lot of things in life, you're not getting to use both hands. You might be reaching for those groceries out of the car, or, reaching across and pulling something in. So we train a lot one-sided, and then we train the other side. That way there's not big imbalances.
I love that. Let's do something.
Let's do some stuff. So I brought some things that are pretty familiar to people in the gym. We have a dumbbell and we have a bumper plate. So we'll start with a dumbbell. I'm going to give this to you.
Okay,
you ready?
Perfect.
Just hold it by your side.
She was nice to me.
Yeah, so I figured you'd look nice today, so I didn't want to challenge you too much. You're going to hold it by your side, right? We're going to keep that core really tight, and we're going to squeeze that other fist. So that way you feel like you have just as much tension on that left side. And then I want you to take the leg you can touch, that left one, and step back into a lunge. So we're going to touch that knee down. Look at you doing it in heels. And standing back up. So a lot of people will hold 2 dumbbells and do that. Nothing wrong with that. That's a great way to train. But this way, it'll keep you from leaning over. It'll keep you very stable.
And it makes you focused here, because if I'm not focused here, I'm gonna like
fall over. Yep. And then we would do some reps on one side, and then we would switch and do the other side. Yep.
Love
Very
it.
nice.
Okay, and I'm not going down as far in the skirt.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't recommend wearing that to Crunch Fitness. So that's one movement. We can also take that weight up to your shoulder. Okay. Yep. And I want you to hold it in just one hand. Though. Yep. And you're going to press it up overhead. Just press one arm. Yep. And come back down. So a lot of times people will do 2 hands up. Again, nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times when you're having to reach for something, you only get to do it with one arm. So trying to isolate stuff to one side. Yep. And making those shoulders strong. Because what you're going to find is this side might be stronger than that side. And if you're always lifting with 2 hands, you never get to work on that.
That is so true.
You won't know that. So that's some dumbbell stuff.
I love it.
You ready for some bumper plates?
Bumper plates, yeah.
So bumper plates are something a lot of people don't use if they're not used to barbell lifting, but we can do it all sorts of things. So we can do a forward lunge now, and you can rotate So rotate towards me, yeah,
plate.
and then stand back, child. Look how coordinated you are.
Oh, yeah.
And then go the other direction, yeah. So that's getting rotational, right? We go to get our kid or our groceries out of the car. We're trying to pull them up. We're playing in the pool, you know, laundry, all that kind of stuff. This is really helping you strengthen both sides, holding stuff out in front like that.
I love it.
Yep.
Y'all, if you want to try something fun, something different, go get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Go by and check her out. Metabolics. There's one like right here, kind of like, you know, right there near McVie Station. So right up and around, all the information on her website, and a special shout out to your 5:40 a.m. class.
They're getting after it this morning. Yes,
Thanks,
thank
girl.
you so much, Megan.
It is back to school time, and what are you going to do about those pesky lunches? Well, we think we have some help with Ingles chef Jasmine McQueen. She's here to give us some good ideas to kind of keep those kids happy and to, you know, make it something that you actually want to trade in the lunchroom. Because, you know, you remember trading lunches back in school?
Oh my gosh, I do. And you know, I was a school teacher, so I mean, teachers even trade lunches.
You're like, oh, that spaghetti looks good. I got over here as a salad. So
right?
Let's go ahead
Would
and
you
trade
like
it
to
out.
trade?
Yeah, exactly. But these are, you're not going to want to trade any of these. So parents, listen up. You want to head to Ingles and get all of these items for your lunch bag. And we're talking about, we've been doing charcuteries since back in the day, and we didn't even know.
We didn't know how cool we were back then,
We
right?
were on trend.
We were way ahead of the trend back then. Yeah. So I thought, how fun to make your own little charcuterie box to take to school.
I mean,
right?
I love it. Some people call them snackle boxes.
Oh, a snackle box.
Because they're like, because you can put them in a tackle box and you can make a snackle box. But
yes.
I mean, this is great. All the things you want: cheeses, meats.
Well, the thing that I love
Pastries.
most about these is, you know, kids are so, like, even if you have two kids, their taste buds are so different. So you can really personalize this to whatever your child likes. And I just picked up the little containers at Ingles. They have a lid so you could stick that in your lunchbox, but how fun. So yeah, I went to the deli, I have some turkey. The cheese was already sliced, which
Yes.
I love. But grapes, cookies, you know, really whatever your kid likes.
gosh.
Put that in your snackle box.
Put it in your snackle box and you're set for
Yeah.
school. You're going to be too cool for school.
But you can make a different one of these literally every single day and have
Yeah.
something just totally different, but your little snackle
And I love how
box.
you use like cupcake tins to do that.
That's what I was like, that's gonna be easy, right? So again, I love easy things that
And
don't
it's
take a lot of
colorful.
time, but that just look appealing, so
I mean,
yeah.
A+ on that. I love that so much.
So I also did some breakfast because I
Mm-hmm.
think breakfasts are so important, but when your kids are rushing off to school and you're rushing off to work, you don't really have a
Right.
lot of time to make
And
that.
I'm really bad about eating breakfast, so this is something I would actually eat. I mean,
Well, yeah.
sausage?
So it's sausage, just biscuit mix, bacon, and cheese. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
But you can make these, you know, the night before,
And
just
just-
pop them in the microwave, but
you're
it's
done.
going to give you your protein that's going to keep you full until lunch, but super simple.
Those look amazing. Like
Yeah,
I would
they're
totally eat
really
those.
good.
Pop those in the microwave for 10 seconds. You got yourself breakfast on the go.
Right, exactly, which is important.
We need our greens.
You too. So I was actually thinking about the teachers and the parents on this one
Okay.
because, you know, when the kids are going back to school, as a parent, you're pushed for time too.
For sure.
So this is my broccoli salad. You can find it on the Ingles website. Shredded broccoli, feta cheese, onion, some rotisserie chicken shredded, and tomatoes. Quick and easy. Now your kid may love this too, but you know, if you're a teacher going back
yeah.
to school, this would be great to take in your lunchbox.
I love that. So
Yeah.
get all that protein, get all those goodness in there. Now, who doesn't love a pizza for
Thank
lunch?
you,
I mean,
right?
and these are the cutest darn pizzas I ever did see.
And this is another thing you can totally personalize. So these are on the little mini bagels. I got the, of course, mini pepperoni, cheese, but if your kid loves green peppers or olives or whatever you want to put on there, and you can eat those cold for lunch.
Yeah.
So heat them up in the morning, put them in the lunchbox. They're going to be fine cold.
Where did you find those small pepper? I mean, those are the smallest little pepperonis.
Are they not so cute? They're precious. They're just the little mini pepperonis.
It's like
that you
Honey,
can
I
put
Shrunk the
in-
Pepperoni. I mean, they're so small.
Just to make it fit the little mini bagel.
I could probably eat 17 of those. Which
Yeah, well, my kid's here with me today, and she's like, "Can you hurry up? I need to eat those."
she's confirmed she could eat.
She's
those
ready to
immediately.
eat 15 of those. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to close it out with a little sweet treat.
Yeah, so this could either be for breakfast or you could take it with your snackable, you know, for lunch either. So these are mini monkey bread bites. So biscuits, cinnamon and sugar, and then on the bottom is butter and brown sugar.
I mean, how could you go wrong with
You
all
can't.
those ingredients?
No, and they're great cold too. And I know because I kind of ate some for dinner last night. So those are amazing cold too.
Well, you have to test the product to make sure that it's good, and you happen to do that. These are all really great ideas.
Thank
a little
you.
something for the teachers, for the kids, for anybody who's rushing out the door. Hey, if you're even in college, you pack up a
Sure.
snackable, a
You
snackable box.
could be popular at your college with your little
You could.
snackable box.
I may
love
start
it.
bringing a snackable box, a snack box to work to kind of get all the stuff that you need. I mean, Cynthia, our crew lady, is all about a snackable. So
Yeah, I see her eyeball in
she'd
this
make
right
it
now.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on it. Jasmine, thank you so much for helping us get back to school. And of course, you can stop by Ingles for all of these items to get yours started, or to check out some recipes if you're getting those meals ready for back to school and you want some inspiration. Ingles-markets.com is the website to go and check out.
Well, mamas and dads, we may need this recipe for these back-to-school meals. We're cooking with Penny Papa this morning using fresh produce from local farmers markets. She does it all. She makes it good. She makes it fresh, and it's always so healthy. Good to have you, Penny.
And it's always easy.
Okay,
It's always easy.
Easy being the key word. That's why I'm like, I'm
That's
here
it.
for it. I need easy right
That's right.
now.
That's right. So today I have a couple of different things. This is like a hummus, but it's not really.
Oh, okay.
So it just has a chickpea base, just ground chickpeas. That's it, nothing else. Just drained and rinsed from the can, ground chickpeas.
Okay.
And then you go to your farmer's market, you get some fresh tomatoes.
Yes.
And you get some fresh garlic, and you roast those in the oven with some olive oil, salt, and pepper. That's it until it's nice and soft. You mash it down, and then you put it over top of the ground chickpeas.
Yum.
It's so easy, and I'm going to make one for you.
Yes, make one for me.
And I made fresh bread.
Ooh.
So this is another easy thing. Now listen, bread, okay, it's a carb, it's not that healthy, but when you make it yourself, it's a lot better for you than if you bought it
There's
from...
like the preservatives aren't
That's
as-
right,
yes.
that's right. So look at my little
Oh, it's
knife
so
there.
cute. It's
Okay,
so fun.
so this is like almost like a bruschetta,
Yes.
but a little bit better.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, because now you're getting protein from the chickpeas, you're getting all the flavor from the tomatoes and the garlic, right? Isn't that so good?
Gosh, I've got to start making my own sauce.
That's it.
I mean,
so
it's
different.
so much. It's like you feel just the freshness in your mouth.
It really, I mean, it's like a taste of summer. And everybody's got tomatoes now at your farmer's markets. You got to go get those. They're all good. And you can even buy the not so pretty tomatoes
Yeah.
and make your sauces or your things like this and save a little bit of money.
Well, I like it
That's
too
good.
because we can only do so many tomato sandwiches over the summer. You know what I mean? Like that, between that and the tomato mozzarella. I'm like,
Yes.
okay.
How much more? That's
How much
right.
more?
How
I mean,
much
we
more?
can keep it going. I'm fine with that. But this
Right.
is so good.
Yep.
And the kids too, when they look at it, they may think it's like a spaghetti-ish dish.
That's right. That's right. And you could put it over the bread. You can actually mix it over some quinoa if you want to for some extra
Yeah.
bulk. But I like it just like this.
I do
and this is a
too.
great dish to bring to your parties.
Yes.
If you're going to have some end of the summer parties or whatever, and this is easy because it doesn't need to be refrigerated.
Or like that, so we can sit out.
That's right,
Y'all,
that's
it
right.
really tastes good. I didn't think the hummus would, you know what I mean? That's what we'll call it.
Yeah,
Hummus would
yeah.
taste so good.
It's so good and so easy.
And I love it. You know, you got to give us a little treat.
That's
when
right.
we
That's
eat.
right. So this is another very simple recipe. I use the dark vegan chocolate that I always use. You can always find me on YouTube, Penny's Pantry Food. I have a couple of shorts on how to make these. You can find me on my my new website, pennyspantryfood.com. Yay! But this is super easy. It's made with puffed quinoa.
Okay.
Has anybody ever heard of that before?
Never in my life. I've heard of quinoa, but-
It's my new favorite thing. Well, that and dates. So this is dark chocolate
Okay.
with puffed quinoa, which almost makes it like a Nestle's Crunch, like that little
yeah.
crunchiness in the inside. And then there's a quarter of a date in each one of those mixed with organic peanut butter. Oh my gosh, you got to try one.
How do you even like come up with this stuff, Penny? Like, I mean, look how cute. You can see like the bottom. It does. It looks like I'm about to eat a little Crunch bar.
Yeah, and it's healthy. You're not eating bad. Because you're having your dark chocolate. It's not loaded with sugar. The date is your healthy sugar. The peanut butter for protein. I mean,
And it has the crunch. It has, oh, this is a winner.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's a really, I'm like, oh, I made special Crunch bars
That's
for
right,
you.
that's right.
Penny, you're so
Yep,
good.
yep.
All of her information on the screen, y'all. This tastes amazing. So happy cooking. Thank you, Penny. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. In a historic season that really defied all odds, the 2022 23 Furman Paladins emerged from the shadows of previous defeat in the Southern Conference Tournament Championship to claim their first conference tournament title in 4 decades. My friend and producer and director, Richmond Weaver, is here to tell us all about the award-winning limited docu-series that you produced, directed. What a fun campaign.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I mean, we're both hoopers.
Yes.
We love basketball,
Yes.
so this was a way to actually embed yourself into a team that was a special team. Obviously, the heartbreak that we were talking about.
That was so
losing
crazy.
to Chattanooga.
I was texting Jamarcus during that game because he loves Furman.
Yes.
But I'm like, are you watching this game? And, you know, we thought we had it,
That's
4.3, and then he throws up the well-defended, crazy three.
Exactly.
And it goes in, and then look, Lamont Paris goes on to coach South Carolina after that. So, like, it was a crazy
chain of
thing.
events that the nation was actually watching that game where Chattanooga beats Furman. And so then it was going to be, okay, how is Furman going to be able to respond to that?
Right.
And that was the big thing that as I was watching it live also, it was heartbreaking because I'd got to know head coach Bob Ritchie. He was on my podcast, Rich Take on Sports.
And
so
he's
I knew
great, right?
He's fantastic. And I knew the culture that they were building and all of that. So it was going to be something that I wanted to be a part of, to see if there was a way to use that shot, as he kept referring to it as the shot. Could he use that as fuel to carry them to a Southern Conference championship there in the tournament?
Well, what's crazy is, like, especially in sports, it's like you almost have to play with a chip on your shoulder, or you have to have something, right?
Yes.
And it's heartbreaking, and good things always come out of one heartbreaking moment, I feel like. But at the time, you're like, why?
There's grit, there's resilience, there's camaraderie, and there's something about being with a team and being able to overcome those type of odds. And even when you look at sports documentaries and sports stories, really never is it about the sport itself. So this is not necessarily a basketball story. This is about a story overcoming odds, because typically it's more about the human spirit and its quest, this pursuit of glory, of winning, and this team epitomized that. And as a lot of people saw the story play out in that 2022-23 season where they win, they're thinking, oh, well, Furman was the #1 seed. It was an easy season for them. That is not the case. It was an up and down roller coaster type of ride with many story arcs throughout the entire season.
So when did you decide, I'm gonna make this is a story, I'm turning this into like how did that process go?
And this was in May, after the tournament back in March where they lost. I met with head coach Bob Ritchie, and he was wanting me to be involved doing some video type of content creation for social media. And he kept referring to the shot. And we kept coming back to that game. And now this was a few years after everybody was gravitated and had this appetite for The Last Dance during COVID and the storytelling with that.
That's kind of got us through COVID.
Yes, it did.
That was like one of the only things. Like, well, we're stuck at home, so we can watch The Last Dance.
And so I love that, and I love storytelling, and obviously the intersection of sports and life. And I said to Bob, hey, let me embed a film crew with this team, and let's document this, because I think this is a special team. You got Mike Bothwell coming back, Jalen Slauson coming back, and obviously the culture that Bob Ritchie had built there. And he was a little apprehensive at first, because their main focus is we need to work on the things that we have to do to win, not a distraction with a film crew. Because I told him, if we're going to do it, it's got to be all in. Oh yes, you got to be embedded, and we did that. So it took a little bit of finessing, but he understood the importance of, could we create a legacy and something that they would be able to look back on years later after this. But again, this is going into it. You don't know how the season's going to go.
It could be like it could be a bust. You know what I mean? But it wasn't. Like, talk about the Virginia.
Oh my goodness. Well, even before that, the story almost seemed to come to an end in the Southern Conference Tournament Championship against Western Carolina, where they go into overtime. And you know, you've played sports, you've played basketball, you know how sometimes momentum is a real thing. And you could sense it in that game that Furman was losing momentum. Western Carolina was on their way to beat them. And of all things, I was working as a color analyst with ESPN Radio calling the game. And I'm also trying to direct people with cameras getting in proper places, but I'm also watching this thinking, the story can't end like this. No, they have to win. That's right. And they were able to pull it off there in overtime. And at that point, you knew that there's no way they were going to lose on Monday to Chattanooga. And then the bonus, the culmination, again, another story arc where you have J.P. Pegues, who had missed his last 15 three-point shots. And then he makes the one against Virginia.
You only got to make one, y'all.
That's right.
You just got to make one. Okay, if people are watching, they're like, okay, I'm intrigued. Where can I watch this? How do I see this? How do we do that?
Prime Video is where you can rent it. It's 5-episode docuseries, so you have the opportunity of renting the entire series or one episode at a time. But obviously, you want to watch the entire series. That's right.
Binge it, Richmond. And then where's the next time that we can hear you and your fabulous take on sports?
Oh, well, each day on 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate from 3 to 5 p.m. Yes, check us out.
Love it so much. He does a great job, Richmond. This is so fun catching up. Don't be a stranger. We got to talk sports.
Oh, that's right. No, so we could talk for way too long.
I know. I was like, I gave us good time today, and we could go the whole hour.
Today's Living Upstate Style session takes us here to downtown Greenville to A Polished Man. We talk a lot about the style for the ladies and the trends that they're looking forward to, but how about the guys? We want to make sure that they're able to get their look together too, from the shoes to the suits to the underwear, all those things. Polished Man can help you out with that. I'm here with owner Charles Davis, here to tell us a little bit more about the Polished Man and how it came to be. Thank you so much for having us in your spot today.
Absolutely. Thank you all for being here.
Yes.
And we're excited about being a part of the conversation to help men look their best here in Greenville.
A polished man. What is a polished man? When you look at a guy, you look into kind of to see exactly their look put together. What makes them polished?
Well, at A Polished Man, we believe in all of the finishing touches, and those finishing touches consist of the necktie, the bow tie, the pocket square, which is our staple here at A Polished Man. We believe that if it has a breast pocket, you definitely should have a pop in your pocket by the name of a beautiful pocket square or a pocket round.
Yeah.
In addition to that, here at A Polished Man, we're all about custom clothing as well. An opportunity for guys to personalize their fit to meet their needs as well as their personality.
And of course, when people hear the custom word, they get a little scared about how long is that going to take? Am I actually going to get the custom thing that I want? Take me through that process. I mean, as we're heading into the fall wedding season, the winter wedding season, talk a little bit about what that process is like.
Yes, the custom process is a very intentional process that it takes about 8 weeks from the start to the finish for the finished product to be in the store. But what we love about custom is an opportunity for our clients to come in and share the vision for their special occasion. That could be their wedding, that could be a promotion, that could be any milestone that they would love to have a fit to meet their needs.
You got that job promotion. You want to make sure that you look like the executive that you are, right?
Absolutely. It's all about confidence, and we believe that when you look good, you feel good, you show up differently to add value to your community or any activity that you have been a part of. So what that consists of is the client comes in and tell us about their vision. We look at fabrics, we look at buttons, we look at stitches, we look at linings, and it's an opportunity for the client to really build something to meet their needs.
And it's all about that body type. That's why you do that custom measurement to make sure that it fits you in a way that showcases your best body, your best style, your best look.
Absolutely. What we love about what we do at A Polished Man, we take full body measurements, and that's an opportunity to create a garment that is made specifically for the client. So we take full body measurements, which consist of your shoulder measurements, consist of the fullest part of your seat, consist of your chest measurement. So it's going to be your full measurements, and so when that final piece come in, it was made just for you.
And we've also been to weddings and events where you see somebody wearing clothes that you're like, it's clear that person doesn't know their measurement. They don't know measurements because it's not fitting. And a lot of times it makes you look slimmer, more sleek, because you're wearing, something that's actually tailored for your body instead of something that is just, thrown on you and maybe 2 sizes too big.
Yes, there's a big difference, as I always tell clients, from an off-the-rack look versus a tailor look, where we are very intentional about making sure that the garment is made to fit the body. For example, I have long arms, so when I try to go and buy something off the rack, most of the time, the sleeve length is just not made for my body.
Right.
But when you do a custom piece here at A Polished Man, that is one of the measurements that we take, so it's going to be made to fit the length of the arms for that particular client.
Fits like a glove. So we talked about
Absolutely.
custom and getting those things in for the, the fall season and the winter season.
Yes.
For folks that want to come in and just grab a pocket square, a bow tie, some socks, underwear,
Yes.
all the staples to make a polished man, you sell those as well.
We do. We are all about finishing touches, and if a client is in need of those finishing touches, come and see us. We have the best pocket squares in town. We believe, in addition to socks, underwear, first layers are important. A lot of clients don't understand the importance of a t-shirt, underwear. First layer is important, which is going to impact your overall fit.
Do I need to make an appointment, or if I'm going to be doing something more in depth with those measurements and things like that, is it good if you're going to bring in a whole groom's party to make sure that the team is ready for it?
Yes, for all custom consultations, those are appointment only. You can certainly go to our website or to any of our social media platforms to sign up for an opportunity for a custom consultation. But if it's regular retail hours, any of those finishing touches, clients can certainly stop by, pick up those as needed.
Well, Charles, thank you so much for being a part of our style session. Again, A Polished Man, located right here in downtown Greenville. We'll be sure to put the full story, all that information at our website, livingupstatesc.com.
Now, again, that was just a taste of some of what you catch on Your Carolina. Every weekday morning at 9 o'clock, every Monday, we're moving in. And of course, we love to eat and try to help you prepare healthy meals for back to school. And we loved watching the documentary on Furman's historic run through the NCAA. So keep joining us every weekday at 9 o'clock. And of course, right here on The Sizzle.